ensuring that the same spirit that encounter us should encounter you. There were days we lie down flat, we did not stand up. We stay for 2 days, 3 days. What are we looking for? You can't understand. There were days that we fasted. It's not because there is no food to eat. There are days we fasted, and even when we feel like to eat, something tells us don't eat, go yonder. There were days we wake up and all we had, God said give it away. There are days we wake up and the Lord say kneel down here, and you know the place is dirty. He said kneel down there, and you kneel down there, you cannot stand up again. Immediately when you kneel down, your eyes open, and as if you leave that place, you mount up in the spirit. The little obedience sometimes God will give you, it will disgrace you, but in that disgrace is your glory. What brought us the greatest glory in Christianity is the crucifixion of Jesus. But do you realize that it was one of the saddest events in history, one of the most shameful, disgraceful events? How a powerful person decided to be powerless, and not only powerless, was crucified naked. And he was so shamelessly bastardized, insulted by men. But in the mystery of that simplicity, the Bible said the greatest of the totality of God came on the earth. There is nothing that men too organized in themselves could do to bring God to the end. Nothing. It took a man that went through a kind of shame and everything that nobody was willing to go through for him to bring the Lord. I want to let you know that the things that bring the glory upon my head is actually a shame that you don't know. But I was willing to bear off the shame. I suffered the suffering. The Bible says Jesus Christ learned obedience by the things he suffered. How much have you suffered? I know the Christianity we have believed. You will prosper tomorrow. I will decree upon you. But I want you to understand that there is a cup of suffering and a cup of pain. When you drink of that thing, a glory comes that men can't understand. You cannot go up higher when you are not light. And sometimes one of the easy way for you to be light is to lay aside all weight. And that is why sometimes God will demand that your soul is cracked. You will be silent from the need for food. All those people will disappoint you. All kinds of things will happen. When you are cracked, when you look as though you are a pot that is broken, God will take you and begin to amend you, because you are too new. And because sometimes we are too new, we think we are too clean. God can never use what he has not broken. Never. Somebody must have created it. He will break it, then he will recreate it again. Forget about all of those things going on in your life. All are a lie. You will not know that they are a lie. It will take you a while. But by the time you knew it was a lie, and suddenly you are aligned to God, you begin to find a strength that you can't define. All this is preamble to let you understand that this year is going to be intense for all of us. First of all, for myself, then for you. I will take upon myself the sacrifice. I will bear. I was telling my friend, I say, if you know the amount of meeting I've already rejected. Who put meeting on Saturday? When the Lord appeared to me, say Saturday for Shekinah, I forget that they used to do wedding on Saturday. Do you know how many meetings I travel for? Some of you, they call you now, you run away and go. Forget about what come from it. But the Lord said there's a need for us to build and to equip. There has to be teaching priests. Because whether you like it or not, I respect our daddy, Apostle Ayo Babalola. I have had several encounters, and how much more many things have been transferred to me. The strength of the prayer most time you see us have is as a result of a conglomerate of graces men cannot define. It's part of the availability we have from the cloud of witness in the spirit. And that is why through the gateway of honor, we have access to these things cheap. But let me tell you the truth. I realize that there is no a physical pathway for men to follow to enter into the dimension of our daddy, Apostle Ayo Babalola. Climbing the mountain there, he won't save you. Men have went to that Ekiti mountain and they are still sleeping there. Some went and taught a grave and they are still sleeping there. His pathway are locked up in the spirit. It will take men that have eyes alone, singular eye, to be able to see it and walk upon that path. Some of those men, when they were going, they locked up their dimension and they went with it. Because men are not willing to go and pay through that price. We are too calculated, we are too organized, we are too logical. And I realized that there was a part he could have played. And that part was to become a teaching priest. Nothing that can be understood if it's not taught. Because through the pathway of teaching on the earth, men have access to revelation in the spirit. I study, I realize there were men that worked tremendous wonders on the earth. They did not leave a trademark for men to journey through. Why? Because they never taught it. Never. How can they know except someone is sent to teach them? And there has to be men that must be able to heart themselves and say, no, enough. Let me be able to equip a people. Because that is the true job of the apostolic ministry. The Lord rebuked me one day. He said, Philip, you are moving here and there. What is your calling? I don't know what kind of an apostle you are. Go and find out from the book of Ephesians chapter 4. You will see. The true job of the fivefold ministry is equipping. Is to equip the saint. Now we use the saint. We take advantage of the saint. We use the saint to shine. How can a saint be under an apostolic commission for 5 years and the saint cannot represent? And the person is a prophet, is a teacher, is an apostle. Something is wrong somewhere. There is a grace that comes as a teaching grace to bring men into the same lamplight so that they can be able to walk upon. Let me tell you, none of us will live forever. A time is going to come, you are only going to be remembered by how many people you have been able to replicate in keeping to the grace and the unction that God has given unto you as a wise master builder, to be able to download the same possibility that God has laid available.